I'm Nathan Manning, State Senator for 13th District, which covers all of Huron County and all of Lorain County, so obviously Lorain City Schools. Unfortunately, House Bill 70 passed while I was in the legislature. I did vote against it, thankfully, and we're kind of seeing why a lot of us were not supportive of House Bill 70 at the beginning. Unfortunately, with Youngstown, East Cleveland, and Lorain schools, it's clearly not working, and that's what we're hearing a ton in Columbus. We're hearing all the right things. I would think Representative Miller will say the same thing on both sides of the aisle. Excuse me. So I think, was there 3 bills out there?
3 above the line, probably.
Yeah.
Not the black line, but above the water, and a couple that are stirring below.
Yeah. So there's 2 definite bills out there in the House. There's one in the Senate that I'm carrying, Senate Bill 110. It's had 3 hearings. There's no opposition yet. It's going very well. I'm very optimistic that we'll get something done in the budget. What that is, I'm not really sure yet, but there's a lot of people at the table, thankfully, unlike how House Bill 70 was done. So I do think we'll get something done. My fear is for the Lorain, East Cleveland, and Youngstown school districts, because I'm very confident we'll get something done for those future school districts, but we can't forget these 3 school districts. I know Representative Miller and Senator Fetter and I and others are going to make sure of that. So hopefully we will get something done sooner rather than later, and happy to take any questions after Representative Miller has an opportunity to speak.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for inviting me. President Ballard and all the distinguished guests here that care about what goes on in schools, cares about what goes on in these 3 particular schools that are under assault, under siege. We get it. We see it. We live it. And I'm down there trying to do something about it. Nate's down there trying to do something about it. And to be honest with you, I think there's a lot more than we are willing to recognize, because they're doing things either, like I said, below the water, above the water, but there's a lot of waves being made. What I can say is, Senator Manning, when I came down there, like I said, he's a veteran. He's the veteran. And what I've come down to learn really quick is we have policy and we have politics. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, and it's maybe because I'm either naive or just idealistic, that you take care of good policy and you worry about the politics on the outside of that. Unfortunately, sometimes it becomes politics first, and then we'll figure out where the policy falls. We saw how that happened. When people have political agendas, you get what you get, and the takeover of House Bill 70, which really was supposed to be a quality piece of legislation that a lot of legislators got behind. They hijacked it. We know it was done in one day. The thing I hear is, I think we need to wait. I think we really need to take our time through this and work our way through. And I'm thinking, you all sat there and voted yes, except for Nate and a couple others, and I appreciate that vote, Senator Manning. And you voted for that. You knew that 10-page document that became 77 was going to wreak some havoc, and you did it for politics. You didn't do it for policy. That's a problem. I'm going to fight for policy first, and I'm going to try to learn the politics on the back side of it. And Superintendent Graham and I were having a discussion, and I think I opened his eyes to just how naive I am about the politics side. He's kind of looking at me going, there's a lot of politics down there that you're going to wade into. And I will, but I'm going to wade into it with the focus on good policy. And good policy for Youngstown, good policy for East Cleveland, good policy for Lorain. But that's not it. We have 610 plus, 611 school districts that deserve better. Deserve not just a stop, right, not just a removal, but an overall opportunity where these superintendents and boards can work together with some outside expertise and come together and provide these kids with that excellent educational opportunity. We need to take that train off the track that's going over the cliff. 3 of them already in the ravine in a mess. All right, we need to pull those back out. We need to get the train back on the right track, and we need that train to be packed. We need the cars to be added based on the community itself. That's what our Bill 154 is supposed to do. I believe that there is still, even though we're pretty excited, we had 5 different entities plus more on this Bill 154, we still think that there's some stuff that can be done to that bill to make it even better. And There's only so many hours in the day, there's only so many days in the week. I promise you, I want to meet with every one of you. I want to meet with East Cleveland, I want to meet with Youngstown. Actually, I'll be in Youngstown on Monday. And I want to continue those conversations. And every time I've continued conversations with people that are invested and that care, better legislation comes out. But we cannot wait any longer. We have to pull these schools out. We have to get rid of HB70's bad policy. Thank you. Once we do that, these schools will be in the right direction. I believe that the people up here, the people out in the audience here that are a part of these 3 schools, love that school, care about that school, and want to see these kids thrive and survive. You know, I keep hearing this word stick. I'm tired of it. You know, these kids grow up with sticks all their lives. All their lives. They grow up with sticks. Let's give them some carrots. Let's give them some help. Let's give them some support. And let's get them an opportunity at the American dream. And if we don't fix the education system, we've stymied that in the earliest time of their life. So I'm here to support your efforts. Please let me know what I can do. Senator Manning's probably got a bunch of good ideas as well. He's been around. I know his mom's got a lot of experience. I'm hoping that she's going to reach out as well, and in our committee when our bill continues on this side, and somewhere together, whether through the budget, which probably is going to be more than likely the way it goes. But the good thing about, and what I appreciate about Senator Manning's and appreciate about the different bills in our House, and, by the way, I appreciate what the ground movement has caused. Those things have caused the discussion to happen. And if the discussion doesn't happen, people will just turn a blind eye. We've stopped doing that. Columbus is awake. The governor doesn't want this on the stain on his shirt now. He's ready for a fix. He's left a placeholder in the budget. It's probably where it'll get done. But we've had 3 really good conversations in the Senate because of Senator Manning's bill. And because of the 2 bills in our House, we have even conversation happening there. That's the key. Get people talking, get people understanding, get the testimony out there of how much hurt and pain and turmoil this new bill has caused, and let's get the fix in. All right? And the fix was put in by Kasich. We're going to get the fix in for the kids, not the politics, not the governor, but for the kids. That's our focus. That's where we start. Thank you.